Happy Tuesday. We had a couple of technical difficulties, but we are back up and running. So here's what we're looking at for the rest of the day. Gorgeous outside, right? Beautiful day. Happy Mardi Gras to everyone who celebrates Fat Tuesday and tomorrow being Ash Wednesday and everything. So here's what we're looking at. 60s all around already. We're off to a very warm start. We expect it to still be in the 50s around this point, but looks like it's a very quick warm up for us, and our high for today is expected to be around 70 for a couple areas. So going through the rest of today, we'll start to see a lot of our forecasts take a turn into those middle 60s, especially in the next hour or two right around noon. So this may be programmed for the wrong one. Let's see if we can get Max on track with us today. There we go. Whatever floats its boat, right? So here's what we're looking at. Again, seeing some 70s and increasing cloud cover going into the afternoon and evening hours. Overnight tonight, we're expecting a very overcast evening. Clouds are making their way out of the east, so we're expecting to see a good portion of us with some overhanging cloud cover overnight tonight, kind of making things a little warmer for the evening. A lot of times the cloud cover starts to act like a little bit of an incubator, and it holds our heat right where it's at. So that happens more often than not. And in this situation, that's what we're looking at with our temperatures staying in the 60s well into those overnight hours. You can see we only drop as far as about 62 to 60 even. So that's going to keep us quite warm for the rest of this evening. You may not need much of a jacket if you're still out and about doing some things in the evening time, but even still keeping a nice breeze out of the south, though. That's what we're looking toward. We also have the next couple of days with some rain chances in the mix. And so when we look at Wednesday, it's a slight chance of some drizzle, quick showers, nothing of major importance. Only a few areas will see this, not widespread at all. But as we get to Thursday and even Friday, that's when we start to see wider spread chances for rain. And most of Thursday's rain, the heaviest of it in the late evening. And I'll show you that in a moment. As we go into Friday, that's when we start to see a cold front coming in alongside these showers. And most of Friday will be on and off heavy showers. So through different points of the day, you may see some dry periods, but it's going to be pretty overcast as well. So we'll keep a lot of that rain cover and just really a gloomy look for the rest of the day. As we go into the weekend, though, we are anticipating some storms possibly coming out of Friday. Friday is the day that has the most of that rain chance, so things should dry up as we go into Saturday, although it may start off a little wet for a couple areas. So let's walk through that with our hour by hour. So around 11 o'clock for a couple areas on Thursday evening. That's when we'll see the first chance of these showers that you can see here picking up around 4 a.m. on Friday. We'll start to see the top line of that band moving in Thursday evening. And as we go through the rest of your Friday morning, we're expecting to see some heavier showers for a couple of counties. Going into Friday afternoon, we'll see some heavy downpours in between. I would say right around 1 o'clock is when we'll start to see the heaviest downpours, and then we'll get a break in between there, and then we are back into the throes of it for 3 o'clock. You'll notice some of our Tennessee communities and folks just along the state line will start to get dry conditions, but again, you can see that cloud cover there. It's not going to make for beautiful sunshine for a lot of us. We're just expecting to see a brief period of dry air in between those rain chances. And with that cold front moving in, we're going to see our temperatures drop into the 60s rather quickly. So our highs for the day on Friday expected to be around 70, but we don't hold it there very long with those rain chances kind of coming in and pushing them back. It's really just maybe an hour of 70-degree weather. Going into those overnight hours, that's when the rain starts to pick up. You start to notice heavier downpours at times. Storm potential is still in the question, although we aren't expecting anything severe. We just could see a thunderstorm out of this. Not strong or severe at all, just enough for us to hear rumbles of thunder and see some gusty winds at times. Still about 25 mile per hour level. So that's still well under the criteria for severe weather as well. Usually you have to be kind of toward 35 and beyond. That's when you start to get into some of that severe weather criteria. But again, this is picking it up at 12 midnight on Saturday morning. So you can see that it's going to be some heavy, strong showers at times. We're going to see a lot of those downpours, making for some wet roads. So if you're still out and about on your Saturday night, or well, really Friday night going into Saturday, it's going to be wet. So keep an umbrella around if you have any late night plans. Going into Saturday though, beautiful day, but as you can see here, like I mentioned, our temperatures are expected to drop into some 50s, low in 60s. So we'll start to see that drop in that forecast with that cold front moving in. And then that's going to set up the opportunity for us to be back to average, which is usually in the 50s around this time. We're usually in the low end 50s right around mid-February. So we're going to see that cold front set us up back into some average weather going into your Saturday and even Sunday. So it's going to be a chilly weekend in comparison to what we've seen here lately. See if I can get my 10-day up. There we go. So looking at the next few days, we have rain chances, very slight chance for Wednesday. More so drizzle, if anything, and we're not expecting a lot of folks to see this at all. We're just covering a couple of areas that are going to see some steady drizzle for a couple hours out of the day. It'll probably be that misty rain, light droplets. You won't really notice it, just enough for you to kind of see it outside a little bit, and that's about it. Going into Thursday, though, is when we start to pick up those heavier chances, and that's going to be late night Thursday rolling into Friday. Friday is going to be more of an all-day event. It's still about 40% right now. Expectation rain-wise with that as well, we're expecting to see about maybe half an inch to maybe an inch and a half. Somewhere between there, depending on where you are, of course. But looking into Saturday, stronger chance for rain by that point because we are starting to see that early morning shower picks up real heavy right around midnight into 2 and 3 a.m. By Sunday, though, things are pretty clear, but much cooler. We'll drop to the 50s by Saturday because of the early rain that morning. That'll set up our temperatures to drop. And then you'll notice Sunday going into Monday, we'll see below freezing temperatures. Now that's just for that one day. So don't think you need to drip pipes and don't worry about freeze warnings, anything of that nature. This will be an opportunity to just bundle up a little bit. If you have any later evening plans for your Sunday, maybe your Sunday evening dinner, whatever the case may be for you, you may want to bundle up just a little bit because by our highs being 40s, you can imagine we're going to drop into those 30s come 6 and 7 and 8 o'clock. So going into Monday, starting the week off in the 40s, then we jump into the 50s by next Tuesday, and then we're back in the 60s for the following Wednesday and Thursday. Looks like next Thursday may be another opportunity for a rain chance, so that could possibly knock us back into some cooler weather as well. That's what we're kind of seeing with some of these rain chances here. It's really pushing us back into our average temperatures for this time of year. So with that being said, TVL is not streaming today. They are out getting some other fun things prepared for you all, but we will be doing our noon show anywhere that you find your fast cast, right here on Facebook and YouTube where you watch your First Alert Weather Extra. Any way that you're able to access us online, that's where we will be doing our quick noon for you. It's about 30 minutes. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next hour, and I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday.